This video is how to use the Bitget app. I'll show you how to get set up on here, how to deposit fiat currency, and then make your first crypto trade. And if you want to withdraw from the platform, I'll show you that as well. So go and download the app. Email and password sets you up with an account. It's going to let you into this main page. Now from here, they're going to ask you to perform KYC. This stands for Know Your Customer. Because it's a financial app, they have to prove who you are and where you're from. So an ID card or a passport is going to be needed here. And because you're using the phone, you can easily just take a picture of it or scan it when it goes through that process for you. And then you'll have to take a selfie or a small video of your face to prove that it's you as well. And then it's going to let you use all of the features. So that's going to be an automated process when you download the app and open an account, but you can also get there through the menu. So top left, I'm going to click this. And then as you can see, I've got my account right here and it says verified. I've gone through this process. If you click this, down here, under profile, it says identity verification. I'm verified. I'm going to click this. And you can see that I now have the ability to withdraw fiat deposits, etc. So it's going to ask you to do this automatically. It will say, please verify your identity. And then you just go through, scan your passport ID card, and it's going to let you into the app and actually verify you. Something that I would also recommend setting up is a passkey if you can do that. So go to your settings and then press security here and then passkey. There are many things within the app that you need to check and have a password for. For example, if you want to withdraw crypto, usually you have an extra withdrawal password for that, and then it's going to ask you to set up Google Authenticator. You have to match those two things when you want to do something important on the app. Well, that takes a little bit of a time and it's a bit clunky. So if you set up a passkey, what this does is essentially it's a login with your biometric details from your device. And it sets up that passkey. So every time it asks you to do something important, you can just sign in with the passkey. It scans your face or your touch ID, and then it just goes through and you don't have to do anything else. So it's going to make things a lot easier, and it is a lot safer as well. It uses your biometrics across all your devices. So as long as it's set up on your devices, you'll be good. Set that up. If you don't want to do that, then just set up Google Authenticator as well. You'll have to download that application and link it with the device. Yeah, just don't do that if you can use a passkey. It's much easier with passkey. If you are new to Bitget, then you won't have any funds on here, so we'll look at the different ways to add these. I will also leave a link to Bitget down below if you are signing up for an account. You can get a deposit and trading bonus, I think up to about $8,000, depending on how much you deposit and trade. It's a really good bonus if you are trading, so check out the link. I'll leave it down in the description below if you're signing up for an account. But from here, we want to go to add funds. Now, there are many different ways to do this. In the main page, top right-hand corner, you can see add funds here. If you go down to assets in the bottom right, you can see the add funds in the top left here as well. So they're going to take you through to the exact same page. So click add funds, and then it's going to say, well, how do you want to deposit them? So there's basically two ways to do this, right? If you have crypto somewhere else, you can just take that crypto from your other account and just deposit that crypto via a crypto network into Bitget. Pretty simple. The reason why a lot of people do this is that in some regions, Bitget don't have the best fiat currency on-ramps. You can see that they do support euro, but in other countries, they may not support your fiat currency. And so other countries, what people do is actually set up with a different account somewhere in their own home country, because in certain countries, they have better on-ramps. And so you can get the fiat currency onto the on-ramp. Then you can just switch it into a crypto and then send the crypto back into Bitget. Maybe Bitget has slightly cheaper trading fees, and so that's why they want to use it. So that's why people do that. But we'll look at fiat currencies for right now. So for me, I don't have euro, and so I'm not going to be able to bank transfer euro in here, but there are some other options. So the first one is credit and debit card. This is literally just paying with your Apple Pay. So you can see that Apple Pay or Google Pay, and if you have some cards set up, it's just going to debit the card for you. So press this, and how much do you want to buy? Now, usually it's going to ask you, what do you want to buy? What cryptocurrency do you want to buy? So for the most part, people either buy a stable coin, like a USD stable coin, USDT or USDC. That gives them a crypto version of the dollar. And then from there, you can trade that asset against any other crypto super easy. Now, if you're doing a card purchase, it's probably better, if you can, to actually just buy the crypto that you want to buy. The reason being, if you send in fiat currency via a card transfer, a card payment basically, then you buy the stablecoin. You then have to trade that stablecoin again for the crypto that you want. Each time you trade, you're going to be charged a trading fee, right? So we try and cut down all of the trading as much as we can. So for example, if I want to buy some Bitcoin, BTC here, like this, and I want to buy an amount, right? And it's going to say, okay, so you're basically paying from your card and the currency that it's in, and you're going to be buying BTC. You can see down here, you will get a certain amount of Bitcoin, press next. and then you just go and do the Visa or MasterCard payment, press continue. If you've got Google or Apple Pay, it can link up with that. That can be a very convenient way to buy small amounts of cryptocurrency. However, the fees are really, really big, and it's not really Bitget's fault. It's just that you're making a card payment, and that's usually a transaction fee of around 2% or so, because it's basically a foreign transaction charge. And so you're paying and then making an FX transfer essentially. And so the card payments usually come out to around 2% in fees, maybe a bit lower. There may be some incentives here. It's going to be around that, which, if you're buying and selling a lot, it's going to start to add up a lot. So just be aware of that. Now, if you can, and if you're in a country that's supported, then the best way to do this is via a bank transfer. So if I press bank transfer here, and then it's going to say my options. So you can see for me, essentially, I have a bank transfer option via third parties. So in my region, Bitget doesn't actually have specific banking support, right? So I'm going to have to use a fiat currency on-ramp again. Now, what these are, if you can see these, Alchemy, Banxa, Simplex, these aren't Bitget. These are third-party companies. They're specific kind of crypto on-ramps, and they deal with, fiat currency in and out. So if you can set that up in your country, you can do that. These are separate accounts though. So you have to go over to these companies. You have to set up an account. You have to KYC with them, have an account there, and then make your transfers in and out. And if you want to do that, what you can do is set that up and then link it with your Bitget account through here. So if I say that I want to actually pay in euros, and you can see the different options, and you can see the different countries that I'm in, right? You can see that. So I want to use SEPA actually. So I want to deposit 1,000 euros and I want to receive USDT. I can send that bank transfer, and I have to go and sign up with Banxa. So I can press buy USDT. It's going to take me over to there, have to KYC, have to do that. I can then get the bank details where I'm sending it. So I go over to my banking application, send the euros, for example. It's going to give me the bank details, any potential notes that I need to put on, right, when I send the bank transfer. That goes into them, and then they release that cryptocurrency into your account. It's a bit of a long-winded thing, I know, but Bitget may not have specific bank links in your country. That's why a lot of people go through an on-ramp first and then just get the crypto into Bitget. So the benefit of this, if you can do it, is that the fees are much, much lower. You'll be paying basically nothing, right? Maybe in your country, SEPA or something, or faster payments in the UK is actually free from one bank to the other, and there won't be many charges for that. And so it's going to be a lot cheaper, and you can do bigger amounts than cards. So if you can do that, that's great. If you can't, then you're stuck with credit or debit card. All these third parties, which essentially are the same thing, which they charge a couple of %, and it's not the best. You can see them here. So just make sure of the fees and the charges and the exchange rates, because it can add up. Some are very cheap, like bank transfer. Some are way more expensive if you're using cards. Once you have assets on the platform, you should see them all in your assets overview, and then you can move them around to different accounts. So most of your assets will be in your spot account. That is where you buy and sell things. And so they'll be there, and that's actually like cash settled, it's called. So meaning that you own them and you can withdraw them from the account. They're yours, they're your property to do what you want with. Futures, if you want to trade in here, this is more for speculation and trading. So you can transfer some assets over from your spot account. So I'm going to press transfer. And then from here, it says, where do you want to transfer from? So I'm going to transfer from the spot account over to the futures account, and I will transfer some USDT. I can press all, and then I can transfer that over. I can also transfer them back. So I've got some assets in my futures account. I'm going to transfer that back into my spot account. So this is the USDT. I'm going to press confirm, and funds transferred. This is internal. So it's basically free and instant. You're just moving your assets between your internal accounts. If I go back to spot, you should be able to see that USDT somewhere is here, right? So that will be there. That's a balance now. And that's my spot cash settled asset. So I can withdraw that from the platform if I want, can trade it, or just leave it here. And the balance is in my account. Let's go ahead and trade one asset for another then. So if you have euros or a stable coin or any other crypto, you can trade it for anything else in the spot market. Down at the bottom, it says trade in the middle. So I'll click this. Now we're in the spot market. This is, like I said, cash settled market, meaning you own all the assets, and if you want to buy one, you sell another, right? You swap them, they're your property, and you can withdraw them all from the platform if you want. So spot market. From here, we need to choose the market that we want to trade. So that's right here, just under spot, where it says Sol USDT. I'm going to click this, and now I go ahead and choose the assets that I want to trade. So I've got some USDT, but you may have euros, for example. If you have a fiat currency that's supported, go over and click fiat. You should be able to see that here where it says fiat. So I'm going to click that, right? These are fiat pairs. So what that means is if you have a fiat currency that's supported, euro is a major supported currency, right? And there's some others like Brazilian real. You can see that here. You have that. You want to swap that for a crypto. So you do that here and you choose the fiat currency trading pair. So if you have euros and you want to switch it into Bitcoin, then you need to choose the Bitcoin euro trading pair, which is down here where it says BTC. So I'm going to click that. Now this is the market for trading Bitcoin against euros. So you can buy and sell this pair and it's going to give you an exchange rate, right? I'm going to go over to USDT because that's the one I've got. So I'll choose BTC like this, USDT, right? This is the market for Bitcoin against dollars now, crypto dollars. You can see that the price is different. And that's because euros are different than dollars. They have a different exchange rate. So essentially, Bitcoin on the left, right? So Bitcoin, 1 unit of Bitcoin against some other currency. This shows me that it takes $80,000 or $81,000 almost to buy 1 unit of Bitcoin, which is 1 BTC, but we can trade any fraction. So what do we want to do? I've got Tether, I've got USDT. I want to swap that into Bitcoin. I want to buy Bitcoin. Okay, so we're a buyer. Reason we're a buyer is because Bitcoin is on the left-hand side. So BTC, we're buying that and we're spending USDT. But if you want to sell, that means you are selling BTC. You can confirm that down here in this red box where it says sell BTC, right? And then buy, it says buy BTC. So you can just confirm the one that you're buying and selling. From here, we can go ahead and trade. So I'm going to click this limit order here. We have some limit order types. Limit order is where you tell the system the amount that you want to trade and the price that you want to trade at. Both of those things are important. We can tell the system. If you choose a market order, this is where you choose the amount that you trade, but you don't choose the price. So I've got $100 of USDT. And what I'm telling the system is that's how many USDT that I want to spend. Go ahead and buy me that amount of Bitcoin and just give me the best price you can. It's going to go ahead, it's going to buy the Bitcoin immediately for you. So let's say I want to buy $20 of BTC right here. I'm using a market order, as you can see. You can see I can't choose the price that I pay. So I'll press buy BTC, confirm the order, successful. Okay, so I went ahead and I bought that BTC. It's given me that confirmation, 18,906.67. Pretty good, actually. I got a pretty good deal there because the market's already higher on that one. So great. Okay, that's a market order. Now what I want to do is use a limit order. So we're going to go market here, press that. I will press limit order here. Okay, now you can see that I can choose the price that I pay. So let's go ahead and choose the price that we want to pay. So I'm going to press 80,000 like this much, 80,888, spot 88. So how much BTC do I want to buy? I can just choose a USDT amount. So let's just choose $25 here, right? So because I now know the amount of dollars that I want to spend and the price per unit of Bitcoin that I want to buy at, it tells me exactly the fraction of a Bitcoin that I can buy, 0.0003. Right, so I'm going to press this in, press buy, and that's successful. Have I bought the Bitcoin? No. Why? Because my limit price is 80,888. So I've said to the system, buy me Bitcoin at 80,888. But the price in the market, you can see this price, this mid price floating around here is 80,946. So my limit order basically is too cheap. There are other people willing to pay more than me. And so I can't trade because there are no sellers that are going to sell to me at 888 when the market price is bidding up to 946. So I can't buy. However, as you can see down here, my order is there in the system. I've told Bitget that I want to do this, and Bitget as a trading system will keep this here, and it's known as working the order, right? Because they're working it. They have the order. It's on the order book. It's waiting to get traded if the market price comes lower than it is now. So my price and the quantity and everything, it's right there. It's open, but it hasn't traded. And so what do I want to do? Well, I'm not going to trade because the market's too high. So I can edit this, bottom left, press edit. And what do I want to do? I want to make the price a bit higher. So let's go, 925, right? Something like that. Press confirm. And it's changed my order and it's changed my limit. My limit price has now gone up, 80,925. So I've moved my limit price up. Still too cheap for this market. People are bidding 956. So I can't trade. So what do I want to do? Leave it there. This order will be good till cancelled, meaning it's going to stay there in the system all the time unless you cancel it. So you can just leave it there and wait for the price to bounce around, or you can edit your order again, or you can cancel the order. I'm going to cancel it. Order is canceled now, meaning that I haven't traded anything because I didn't trade anything in the market. A tip here is if you are trading, limit orders are great because you can put them in just slightly below the current price, and you can see that the price does move around a bit. And usually you get a slightly cheaper trade. If you put a limit order $20, $30 below the price, it's probably going to bounce around. You'll probably get executed at that price, as in your trade, right? And you will go through and trade the asset, right? So you may save a little bit over time by just getting a little bit of a cheaper order rather than using market orders, which are always going to get the expensive price up here at the top of the order book, right? So you have to match with a seller when you use a market order. When you use a limit order, you're down here, you'll probably get traded at a slightly better price. If you want to sell your crypto back to a fiat currency, or just sell out into crypto dollars because you don't want to take the risk anymore, then we can do that. So if you have Bitcoin, which I bought some and I want to sell, I can just press sell here, and let's just use a market order here. I've got an amount of BTC, as you can see here, that I bought, and then you can press sell BTC. That sells it back into US dollar tether. If you want to sell into a fiat currency, go back and choose the trading pair. I'm going to press fiat, and I've got BTC. So let's say I want to go back into euros. Now we're in the euro market, right? So I'm going to sell the same amount of BTC. I'm going to sell BTC. That's selling the BTC, but it's into euros now. Then I have the euros in my account, and I can take those euros back into my bank account or my card if that's available for me. If you have crypto that you want to withdraw to another trading platform, maybe you have an on-ramp that is better for you. So you want to take the crypto over to that on-ramp or off-ramp and then off-ramp it there. Or if you just want to send crypto to your own wallet, then go to your overview in your assets and then go to withdraw. It's going to ask you, what do you want to withdraw, crypto or fiat? So let's withdraw crypto. I'm going to press USDT here, on-chain withdrawal, USDT, withdraw it to the place that you want. So what you should actually have here is the address that you want to send it to. So go over to the other exchange that you have and you want to make a deposit there, press deposit on the asset that you want to deposit, and that's going to tell you which blockchains are supported. So for example, if you have a Binance account and you press USDT, deposit, and it's going to say which blockchain you want to use. And I'm going to say BNB Smart Chain because that's Binance's chain. I want to deposit USDT over the BNB Smart Chain into Binance. Then in my Bitget account, what do I need to do? I need to make sure that I'm sending the asset and I'm using the same chain on both sides. Same asset, same blockchain. So BNB Smart Chain, you can see that here, withdrawal network, BNB Smart Chain, and then I can use the address. So right here, I've got addresses set up. If you want to add an address, go down to the bottom, press add address, go over to your other exchange, get the address, the deposit address from that exchange, paste it in here, and you can set up your address so that you can save it for next time. So that's fine for me. I've got a password set up already, a address set up already. That's a withdrawal address, send this amount, $97. So that's gonna go USDT over the BNB Smart Chain to the address that I've got here. Just go over to your other account, make sure that the address is exactly the same and that the blockchain is exactly the same. If it's different, you may have big issues. So when you're sending crypto over a crypto network, same asset, same blockchain on both sides, you shouldn't have any issues, and then just press withdraw. That gets sent over the blockchain. You might have to pay a small fee here because blockchains charge a small fee. For right now, the network fee is actually $0 on BNB Smart Chain. So that's basically free send, which is great. Press withdraw, that goes from Bitget over to the other exchange, whatever you're using. Just make sure, same asset, same blockchain on both sides. If you can trade fiat currency on Bitget and you want to withdraw that, it's pretty much the same thing as well. So go to your overview under your assets tab, go to withdraw, fiat currency in the top right hand corner. If it is supported, you can do that. So if you're in one of these countries with a supported fiat, congratulations, euro. It's going to say, how are we going to send this out? And I think it's SEPA. So what do you need to do? You need to make sure that your bank account is exactly the same as the information that you gave Bitget. Same name, same ID details, etc. Otherwise it won't work. And if you're in Euroland, then yeah, great. You can use SEPA. They're just going to send the euros over SEPA. You just give Bitget your account details and everything that they need. Your information has to be the same on both sides. What you may have to do is actually first essentially check your bank account with Bitget by making a deposit to make sure that the bank account is yours and you control it. You can make a deposit in there. Once you've linked it, then your name and everything and your account details will be there. You can just literally send the euros over SEPA into your account if it's available for you. Some countries, a lot of countries still don't have banking support yet. So if you have that option, you can see in my region, I don't have this option, unfortunately, but you can set up your bank account. All the information has to be the same, and you can withdraw that back into your bank account if the fiat currency is supported. If you are new to Bitget, I'll leave the deposit and trading bonus down in the description below. You can see if it's available for you in your region. If you want to know how to trade futures or some other products on Bitget, I'll leave those specific videos down in the description below as well. I'm James Manzi G. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.